Good afternoon, everybody, and
Good
welcome to
afternoon,
the
everybody, and welcome to the webinar on Israel.
Thank you so much for taking out your valuable webinar. We are now joined by Hassan Madah, who will offer insights into the various tourist offerings of the country. Mr. Madah was appointed as the first director of the National Israel Tourism Office in India in May 2013. The Israel Ministry of Tourism saw the potential of the Indian market and decided to open a full-fledged office here, and Mr. Madah was assigned the task to establish the India office. Mr. Madah was born in Upper Galilee in northern Israel. He has an MBA degree in International Political Science, Public Administration from the Hebrew University in Jerusalem. He also has an MBA degree from Israel University. He has been serving the head office of the Israel Ministry of Tourism since 2008, initially as Deputy Director General Assistant and supervising marketing programs for tourism in Israel from South and North America. Just a quick note, attendees who participate for a minimum of 30 minutes will be eligible for participation in this webinar. Also, attendees who participate for a minimum of 30 minutes will be eligible to receive certificate of participation for the webinar. After the webinar, we will move to the question answer round, where Mr. Madah will address all your queries. Just a quick note on logistics. You are all kept on mute, and in case if you have any queries, press the hand button on your screen and your questions will be answered at the end of the webinar.
Shalom everybody. That means hello. Namaste in Hindi. I am Hassan and I will be here giving you the presentation, and I hope it will be informative and you will enjoy. We will start. We opened an office about 2 years ago in India, and we are here to promote Israel tourism. I will start with a short video that will give you a picture about and all the options that you can see and you can experience in Israel.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are replaying the video due to some technical error.
I hope you enjoyed the video. Now we will continue. The location. Where is Israel actually? Israel is in this place in the Middle East. This is the map of Israel. In the north we have Lebanon, and near the Golan Heights we have Syria, and in the east we have Jordan, and the southwest we have Egypt, actually the peninsula of Sinai. The population of Israel is 8 million, majority 75% Jews. We have 17.5% Muslims. We have 2% Christian. We have a Druze minority, 1.6%, and other minorities also. In the pictures you are seeing, you have some of the celebrities, and they are all Israelis. In terms of tourists to Israel, majority of the tourists to Israel comes from Europe, 56%. Those are the statistics of 2015. Total 3.5 million people. We have also from North and South America, majority from North America, from the US and Canada. From Russia we have also, the number increased in the last years, and we have about 4 or 5 lakhs from Russia and all over the countries in that region. And from Asia only 7%. Of course we want to increase that number. From India we have 40,000 last year, and you can see the peak and the seasons. You can see that in May and June we have more Indians coming, and in November and in October, November. You can see it's according to the holidays in India. Tourist arrivals, Israelis to India and Indians to Israel. We actually grown from around 23,000 in 2009 to 40,000 in 2015. The peak number was in 2012, 43,000. And we have also more Israelis coming to India. The number is also growing. So both sides, the numbers are growing, and we hope that it will continue. If this growth will continue, from Jan to March, we have already 15% growth than 2015, and it will be a new record in 2016 if this growth continues. Now about things to know before you go. Climate. The climate in Israel, we can say it's behave like Europe, but we have less harsh weather than Europe. So our summer will be June, July, August, and our winter will be December, Jan, and Feb. But we have less rain, less snow, and more sunny days. Israel, the topography of Israel, it's a bit different. We have the lowest point on earth, the Dead Sea, so obviously there it's more warm. And we also have the Hermon mountain in the north, and there it's more cold, of course. So, and the Golan Heights and that region, the Galilee. So once you go to the north, you have cold weather, or more cold than the south. South of Israel is more desert, and in the north more green. time difference. Now it's 2.5 hours, and in the winter time in Israel, which is October to March, according to the time, it's 3.5 hours. We move the clock. The official languages are Hebrew and Arabic in Israel, but English is also widely spoken there. The passport should be valid for 6 months prior to the date of departure. Visa, it's a crucial issue. I know because agents want to know all the process and everything. So for FITs, the procedure is very simple. We have consulate in Mumbai and in Bangalore and the embassy in Delhi, and it's done via VFS through those consulates. It takes 3-4 days, and the fee is 1,500. There are certain documents you can see in the website israelvisa-india.com what is required and exact documents you need to furnish. When it comes to group visa, it should be done via DMC in Israel. So you need to be in touch with the local agent in Israel. A group defined 10 and above. We're trying to do it 5 and above and to give it in 5 days and not 10 days. Meanwhile, it's 10 people and 10 days, 10 working days. The fee is $23 per application and $9 per each person. So you can have one application and 100 people, and you can have 2 applications with 50 each. When you have a visa, I know people asking me about having a visa stamp on the passport and troubles traveling to some countries. I can tell you that there's no problem having an Israeli visa and traveling to countries in the region and many other places. Those things belong to the past, and you can ask many that travel to Israel and travel to many other countries, and they don't have any issue. When it's a group visa, the group visa will be given on a paper to the DMC. The DMC will scan the paper and give it to you by email or by fax or whatever. The original copy will stay at the border at the checkpoint once the group arrives. So group visa is not on the passport. You don't have to collect also the visas from your clients, the passports from your clients. You just send an Excel sheet with the details, and he will submit this document and will give you the visas. Once the people reach Israel, then in the checkpoint they will check everything and they check the passports. So it's very easy when it comes to group visas. Once also you enter, they don't stamp your passport. If you look at the picture above, it's an entry and an exit permit. So the passport will be scanned. And this is what the immigration will give you once you enter, and this is what they will give you once you exit. And that's it. So nothing in your passport. Down here you can see the visa that will be given to you by the consulate, and if you are going as an FIT. Still, you can do group visas, but each one will have his visa on the passport. If you have a group of 20, you still can do it via VFS. You don't have to go via a DMC in Israel. So you have the option, but then you need to collect the passport and send them to VFS, and from VFS they will go to the consulates. When is the best time to travel to Israel? I can tell you it's 365 destination. We have Hermon Mount in the north where it's snowing, and you have in the south Eilat where it's warm and people can swim with constant temperature all year round. So basically you always can travel to Israel. How you get there? From India. Meanwhile, we have only one direct flight, which is El Al, goes 3 or 4 times a week from Mumbai. Other good options are Turkish Airlines, goes from Mumbai and from Delhi. One good option also and cheap is Ethiopian Airlines, even though the layover in Addis Ababa is a bit longer. Another option is Aeroflot from Delhi. So Ethiopian is good from Mumbai and Aeroflot is good from Delhi. But of course the best options and the ones are El Al and Turkish. There are other options via Europe, but they will be a bit more expensive maybe and a bit more long. Getaways. You can come via Jordan by road from the Yitzhak Rabin border near Eilat in the south. People that go to Petra, it's 1.5 hours from Petra, and it's 10 minutes from Aqaba. You have also the Allenby border, which is 1.5 hours from Amman airport. So people coming via Amman, it's very convenient for them, even though it could be a bit busy in the peak season. And then you have also the Jordan River, which is in the north side, and people go from there also. It's another good option if you want to avoid the big lines in the peak seasons in the Allenby Bridge. You can come also via Egypt from Taba border, which is in the south near Eilat. And by air, you can come to Ben Gurion Airport, which is in between Tel Aviv and Jerusalem. It's in the middle. Now next year actually we'll have another international airport, and it will be not far from Eilat here in the south. So I hope we'll have also flights from the east side of the world to this airport, and it will make it more convenient and more cheap. Currency. The currency in Israel is shekel. 1 shekel, 17.5 rupees. These notes are the current notes, but they are coming also with new notes. Now they're changing, in a process of changing, so you might encounter the 200 and the 50 shekels also. In Israel, the week starts Sunday to Thursday. Friday, Saturday, it's a weekend actually there. And Saturday, they call it the Shabbat. The Shabbat begins at the nightfall on Friday and lasts until nightfall on Saturday. And then all the religious people, they don't work, they don't drive, they do many things, but still secular people do, and still they drive, and some of the shops are open, and some of the bars and clubs and attractions are open. So it's not that the country will shut down on the Shabbat, but few things, institutions, corporates, they don't work on that day. So the Israeli week basically Sunday to Thursday. Friday, Saturday is off. Transportation in Israel. You have all options in Israel, from self-drive, international brands. You can drive with the Indian license in Israel. But it should be written in English. If not, then you need the translation or this permit that you can acquire the international license. You have also the taxis, shared taxis, buses. In all of them you can have Wi-Fi free also. You have the train also, and it's Wi-Fi free also there. Shopping in Israel. People asking me if we can do shopping in Israel. So in Israel you can do shopping from the top brands in the malls and in other places in all cities. And also you have the local markets, the local crafts, and jewelries also. In Israel we have a big diamond burst, and so everything is available to all type of clients, from high end to the rest. VAT in Israel is 17%, and you can still have you still can get refund, tax refund, but you need to have this sign on the shop that can give you tax refund in the airport. Without this, you can't get it. Now the places I will introduce to you in Israel and the attractions. One is Tel Aviv, Jerusalem, Eilat, the Dead Sea area, Caesarea, Haifa, Akko, or Eker in English, Tiberias, which is near the Sea of Galilee. We'll start with Tel Aviv. Tel Aviv is the financial capital of Israel. Jerusalem is the capital. Tel Aviv is the financial and cultural capital. And as we always say, Tel Aviv is like Mumbai and Jerusalem is like Delhi. The old part of Tel Aviv, where you can see here in the picture, called Jaffa. Jaffa is 3,000 years old. What you can see here at the top of the picture is Tel Aviv, and it's only 100 years old. Now we have a short video that we want to show you about Tel Aviv.
Tel Aviv, Jaffa, the city on the Mediterranean that never sleeps. Fantastic weather on the Mediterranean Sea. Intimate daytime moments and partying all through the night. Sophisticated, urban, energetic. Tel Aviv is the ideal city for the holiday of your dreams. It is one of Europe's best-loved city break destinations. Tel Aviv has it all. Tel Aviv is Israel's most comfortable base for day tours. Inspiring Jerusalem, Israel's capital, is a once-in-a-lifetime must. The trip to the Galilee, where Jesus preached and taught, takes no more than 2 hours, and you won't need to unpack your bags more than once. Leading international publications have named Tel Aviv one of the world's top 10 city break destinations, one of the world's top 10 cities for nightlife, one of the world's top 10 beach cities, the capital of cool. Choosing a stay in Tel Aviv is a challenge. World-renowned international hotel brands, charming budget-friendly surprises, and new boutique properties that are opening every year. For pampering, comfort, and fun, Tel Aviv is the destination. Tel Aviv will keep you on the move night and day. It's a city of artists and creativity. Museums, galleries, and theaters that are all part of a unique vibe. Tel Aviv pulsates with culture all through the year. The Tel Aviv port is one of the city's hottest spots, your gateway to fun and excitement nearly 24 hours a day. Dinner in Tel Aviv is just the first course on your evening menu of pleasure. Bars, clubs, and parties seem to be everywhere. Mix with the locals and lose yourself until the sun shines. Ancient history and modern life coexist in Jaffa side by side. It's the place where mythology, religion, and history inspire the living. From the renovated port, you can stroll along picturesque alleys and visit artists in their workshops. Visit the state-of-the-art Jaffa Visitor Center. Experience this legendary biblical city 4,000 years old and its complex past. Jonah the Prophet, Richard the Lion-Hearted, Napoleon Bonaparte, and more. Tel Aviv, Jaffa. Surprising, amazing, unique. A holiday you will never forget.
Tel Aviv est atemberaubend.
J'adore Tel Aviv et je trouve que c'est devenu une ville sensationnelle.
Komm nach Tel Aviv.
I hope you enjoyed the video. Tel Aviv also is considered the White City. Tel Aviv has the largest number of buildings in Bauhaus style of any city in the world, 4,000 of them. It's also a UNESCO heritage site. In Israel we have 9 UNESCO heritage sites, 2 of them declared only in the last year. You can see here also the Tel Aviv beaches. People enjoy those beaches all year round. One of the attractions in Tel Aviv is also the Carmel Market. Carmel Market where you can find vegetables, fruits, and many other things. It's the local market where people go and buy stuff. The old part is Jaffa, as I told you, and in Hebrew they call it Yafo. There is a port in Jaffa, and there are many other attractions, art galleries all over the city. These pictures are from the Jaffa lanes, which is full of galleries and kind of a hippie place. Here you can see St. Peter Church, very holy to the Christian, and people, when they come in pilgrimage tours, they like to visit this church. Here you can see the Jaffa Fleet Market. It's another market in Jaffa, and it's open most of the days. In the day it's a flea market, but in the night it turns a place where restaurants put chairs out and bars and very happening places, very good for nightlife. Another attraction in Jaffa is the clock tower. You have also shops around this place and places for dining, etc. In Tel Aviv you have also one option where you can hire bicycles by credit card, and you can take them from one station and drop them in other station. You can see those bicycles all over Tel Aviv, and in the photo here you can see the mayor of Tel Aviv, even him using those bicycles. Tel Aviv is also a smart city, and where you can find Wi-Fi free also on the beaches and in public places. Now we'll move to Caesarea. Caesarea, it's a city or a town not far from Tel Aviv to the north, 20 minutes, 30 minutes to the north side of Tel Aviv. In Caesarea we have the national park. It was built 2,000 years ago by Herod, and it was the city center, it was the country center actually at that time. You have also the Roman theater there. You have the diving center. You have cafes, shops, galleries, and a place where you can see one short video about how was it and how this place was created at that time. This picture is from the amphitheater, where also have shows, local singers and sometimes international, they come and play there. The diving center. This is about Caesarea. Now we're heading north to Haifa city. Haifa, it's here and about an hour drive from Tel Aviv. Haifa is a port city, very famous of the Baha'i gardens there, and you can see cruises also land in Haifa. So if you are coming by cruise, you can come to 3 places in Israel. One is Eilat, the second is Ashdod, and the third is Haifa. So people can come also with cruises to Haifa. The Baha'i gardens there, it's the center of the Baha'i religion, Baha'i faith in India. You have also the Lotus Temple in Delhi, belong to the Baha'i faith, and it's also an UNESCO heritage site. Here in the picture you can see how it looks in the night, very beautiful. People come there, and beneath it you can see a lane where you have restaurants and cafes. People eat there, and also a few hotels in that area. Now we are heading north to Haifa. We're going to the city of Akko. In Hebrew we call it Akko, in English they call it Eker, and it's about 20 minutes, 30 minutes from Haifa, depending on the traffic. As you can see, we have in Israel many cities, they have the old part and the new part, because lots of people wanted to conquer the land of Israel. It's connecting Europe and Asia to Africa. So many people went there, and we have layers of history. One of them is in Akko, as you can see. This is the historical part of Akko. One layer goes to the time of the Crusaders, one layer goes to the times of the Muslims, and you can see all those things there. One of the places also the Baha'i community have there, the Baha'i gardens also in Akko, not only in Haifa, but also in Akko, where the Baha'u'llah, the leader, is buried. In Akko you can also explore the markets, you have them, and you have also the malls of Akko. So you have also the two options when it comes to shopping and local markets. Now we are heading to the east side of Israel. We're heading to Tiberias. It's a city near the Sea of Galilee. Sea of Galilee is very famous for one thing I am sure you heard about. It's the place where the miracle happened and Jesus walked on the water. So this is the water of the Sea of Galilee, and it's the lowest lake in the world, fresh water, minus 212. Some of the churches around, because of the Sea of Galilee, because most of Jesus' life happened around the Sea of Galilee, so there are lots of churches there. One of them is the Church of the Multiplication, where the multiplication happened, the Church of Beatitudes, Capernaum village, where Jesus lived and preached for many years, and you have the baptismal site on the Jordan River. People come from all over the world to baptize. So if you have a pilgrimage group which is Christian, they would like to come and do this in the Jordan River near the Sea of Galilee. Also, if you are looking at this area from the leisure point of view, you have lots of spas and resorts and hot springs. What you see here in the photo is a hot spring, a pool created around a hot spring, and people come and enjoy this place. You have all the facilities around it, and also massages, whatever is there. You can do one thing also, is sailing on the Sea of Galilee. People like to do it, and this boat actually trying to go back in time and tell you how Jesus sailed on the Sea of Galilee at that time and how people used to sail on the Sea of Galilee. One other place now we will move to is Nazareth. It's the biggest Arab city in Israel. Majority are Muslims in this city and also Christians. If you have a pilgrimage group, Nazareth would be important for them because of the Annunciation Church. One side here you can see is the Nazareth village. It will take you back in the time and will tell you about Jesus' time and what he ate and how how they used to work and what equipment they used at that time. Also, you have shops and handcrafts and things that they used at that time. Here in the photo you can see the Church of the Annunciation and where it happened actually inside. Inside the church you can see one cave. Now we will move to Jerusalem. Jerusalem is the capital of Israel, and it's here in the center. Jerusalem is very holy to three major religions, Judaism, Islam, and Christianity, but also have other parts for leisure. We have also one big convention center, so it's also, when it comes to tourism, people look at it from the historical point of view, not only from the pilgrimage side. So it's a must when you travel to Israel, it's a must to go to Jerusalem, even though you don't have any religious group. Now we will play a short video about Jerusalem. As you can see, Jerusalem has it all actually, from the historical sites to the religious sites to the leisure that people want to enjoy, cuisine, cultural events, everything. So people can really enjoy Jerusalem even though they're not religious or secular. They can look at Jerusalem from the historical point of view, from just having fun in Jerusalem. So you have many options in the city. So in Jerusalem we have the old city, the old part of Jerusalem, and the new part. The old part divided for 4 quarters. One is the Armenian quarter, one is the Christian quarter, one is the Muslim, and one is the Jewish quarter. All in one place. So in the Christian quarter you have the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. It's very sacred for the Christian. It's the place where Jesus was crucified. People, even if they are not religious, they should visit this place. It's very interesting to see the place, even for people that are not Christian or not religious. One other place, very not far away from the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. Actually, all the places in the old city not far from each other. It's those places you need to walk to them. You can't drive to them. But even if you have disabled people, there are many options and many facilities in Israel that can help you with that. So even if you have old people or disabled people, they still can travel and do that in Jerusalem and in other parts of Israel. Israel is a very accessible country when it comes to disabled tourists. So this attraction, also you can visit Dome of the Rock. It says that the Prophet Muhammad went from here to heaven. Inside there is a big rock inside the Dome of the Rock, and nearby it's Al-Aqsa Mosque. So you can see Al-Aqsa Mosque, and here it's the Western Wall, which is very holy to, or the Wailing Wall. It's very holy for the Jewish. It's the Western Wall actually of the temple. The second temple was ruined, and this is what left. So all the Jews come here and pray in front of the wall. You can see here the people come and pray in front of this wall. One option to do Jerusalem is on Segway, and you have it's very good when you have small groups, so everybody can go around the walls of Jerusalem and can enjoy that. It's very good attraction, especially if you have mice groups. It's very interesting for them. In Jerusalem you have also lots of museums. Actually in Israel you have the maximum number of museums per capita in the world. One of the places is the Holocaust Museum. Other museum is the Israel Museum, and you have many others. One interesting activity to do in the evening when you have groups is the Sound and Light Show at David Tower Museum. It will tell you the story and the history of Jerusalem in half an hour, but they will screen it on the walls of the David Tower Museum. It's very interesting. Now we'll move to the Dead Sea area. Near the Dead Sea, we don't have any cities, so we have resorts and hotels around this area. The Dead Sea is the lowest point on Earth, minus 424 meters. And people come from all over the world when if they have skin diseases and if they want to relax. So you can come there and have treatments and enjoy the mud, massages, and enjoy the hotels and the facilities they offer. One of the things that you can do in the Dead Sea is float. Everybody wants a picture of himself floating and reading a newspaper or a book in the Dead Sea. So it's very interesting to tourists. You can see here from the photos that people are enjoying the massages and enjoying the mud that they put on the skin and everything. There's also bromide in the air, so once you breathe this bromide, you calm yourself. So it helps you actually to relax, and people sleep there very deep. One attraction not far away from the Dead Sea is Masada Fortress. You can go up in Masada with cables. Very historical place. Goes back to Herod time. Also, he was a big architecture, and he built also Masada. And groups from all over the world comes and visit. It's the second most visited site in Israel. Now we are heading south to Eilat. Eilat is in the Gulf of Aqaba. From one side you have Aqaba in Jordan, you have Eilat in Israel, and you have Taba in Egypt. So all in the Gulf of Aqaba on the Red Sea. Not far from Eilat, 20-30 minutes drive from Eilat, you have Timna Park. It's also a park where people and group come to visit. Tourists enjoy the park. They can ride bicycles, they can ride ATVs, jeeps, all attractions. Very interesting also for mice groups when you take them to Eilat. You can do also hiking in the area in the Red Canyon. People go, and especially group, they go and enjoy the Red Canyon. Actually called the Red Canyon because the rocks are red in that area. Another attraction is the underwater observatory marine park, where you can see the fish and the different species from the Red Sea, also sharks and everything. It's very interesting when you go with kids and the family to show them all those places. Also the King City theme park. In Eilat in general, you have a lot of activities for the families and for couples, honeymooners. It's the place to go. You have, for example, the iSpace and the IMAX. You have also the Ice Mall, where you can do shopping also around. In general, about the nightlife in Israel, I want to tell you that you can find nightlife all over the country. You can find nightlife in Jerusalem even. It's a good nightlife. You can find in Tel Aviv. Tel Aviv actually is the best, but you can find it also in Eilat and in Haifa. So when it comes to nightlife, many agents ask me about nightlife. So you have nightlife everywhere, and you can drink alcohol, and you can find it in the restaurants, in bars, everywhere. But if you want pure nightlife, so you should go to Tel Aviv. Tel Aviv is the place where all the parties and many things are happening there. When it comes to wine, Israel may be not famous in India and in other parts of the world from the wine, but it's famous in Europe and other countries when it comes to boutique wineries. And so you can see here on where you have green, there are wineries here, and now they're winning actually prizes all over the world for best wines, things like that. And you have many brands, Recanati, Castel, Yarden, Balkan, everything. You can see here from the picture the fields. In terms of gastronomy, you can say that in Israel we have all kind of foods, because Jews migrated from all over the world to this part of the world, to Israel, and they brought with them their dishes. So you can find also Indian food, Indian restaurants. You can find, even though we don't have so much Indian restaurants, but we still have Indian restaurants. And people actually like the Indians. Most of the Indian I met, they like the local dishes. We have lots of vegetarian food. When it comes to Jain food, I can tell you maybe you need to bring, if you want only Jain food, then you need maybe to bring your chef or you need to prepare the hotel, but still it's available. Vegetarian food it's a trendy thing now in Israel, and people are enjoying the breakfast in the hotel full of salads and full of vegetables. Actually, Israelis consume veg and fruits very much. You can see here we have hummus, labani, shakshuka, shawarma, baba ganoush, schnitzel, and many other dishes in Israel. Desserts also, we have the baklawas, we have the Mediterranean things, and we have many other things, knafe and sahlab and malabi, and of course we have all the European dishes and the American, so you can find them also in Israel. When it comes to itineraries, so the best is to travel for 7-8 days. If you don't have the time for 7-8 days, and you have 4 or 5 days, and if you're having a nice group, then I recommend to go to Jerusalem, Tel Aviv, and the Dead Sea area, and maybe some attractions, go to Caesarea and Haifa, and maybe the Sea of Galilee. The thing is, Israel is very small, so you don't have to pack and pack. You can stay in one place, for example, in Jerusalem or in Tel Aviv, and then you can drive every day. The drive from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem would take you 1 hour. From Tel Aviv to the Dead Sea, 1.5 hours. You can still go to the north or to the south, and it would take you not more than a couple of hours to reach most of the places. Eilat will be the only place where you need to drive 3-4 hours to reach. So if you don't have the time, it's better to stay in other places or to see other places in that area. When you ask your agent in Israel, your partner in Israel, about itinerary, don't mix with Holy Land itinerary. Holy Land itinerary, then the agent in Israel will understand that you want pilgrimage, mainly for Christians. So you need to ask him for leisure. You need to be specific with him. Don't ask him for Holy Land itinerary. Ask him for leisure. Tell him the group that I have is Christian. I have Protestants. I have Catholics. I don't have any of those. I have Muslim group. I have Hindu that they're coming just for historical and leisure. You need to be specific, because when you say Holy Land tour, they will give you the pilgrimage itinerary. When it comes to hotels in Israel, in Tel Aviv and Jerusalem and Eilat, we have the maximum number of hotels. You hear me? Sorry about this technical issue. So when it comes to hotel accommodation, we have all kind of chains in Israel. We have from the top, like the Ritz-Carlton and Hilton and all the others, Sheraton, Crown Plaza, and we have the local ones like Dan Hotels and Leonardo and many others. Maximum, as I said, maximum number of hotels are in Tel Aviv, Jerusalem, and Eilat. You can find also hotels in Haifa and around Dead Sea, of course, and around all the attractions that I spoke about. So why Israel? In Israel, we have the sun. We have maximum number of days of sun. We don't have that harsh winter, so people can enjoy the country and tour around. We have adventure sport, health, business and convention, of course, for MICE, and groups from MICE are going to Israel nowadays. So you don't have any problem with that. We have big convention centers in Israel, and to satisfy MICE groups, we can do it. People are going. History and archaeology also, people have interest in that. Pilgrimage, of course, Muslims and Christians. Cultural events, cuisine, also the local beer. Now have many local breweries now coming on, so we have local wines and local beers, something different that you will not experience in other places or other countries in the world. nightlife, as I mentioned, and shopping also. You can find everywhere in Israel. Some of the important websites, it's our website which is dedicated for the Indian market, goisrael.in.
Our
I'm
website,
asking
which
you
is
if you have any exclusive package to Israel, we can share this in our best deal page. Send us, I will give you the contacts in the next slide, and you can send us, and we can share it in our best deal page. Nowadays also we are working on a new website, so soon we will come with a new website and we will be promoting it, so only advantage. You can find a tour operator in israeltravel.co.il. In this website you can find a list of DMC. You can search according to your interest. We have also a MICE website, and you have El Al COI, El Al website, the airline. You can follow us also in our social media. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, and Flickr. You have them here. We also will share the presentation with you, so you can have all the details here. And to conclude, I will tell you that you will love Israel from the first shalom. Shalom means peace and means hello. Namaste. You can contact us in info.india at goisrael.org.il or in the phone number 2261370 We are in Mumbai, Lower Parel. Thank you so much.
That ends an informative presentation from Mr. Madah on Israel. I'm sure you have all gained valuable insights on the destination of the webinar. Mr. Madah will be going through the questions and answering the top few in the next few minutes.
Mr. Madah.
So I have here one question. Where does India feature on the list of source markets for Israel? India, meanwhile, as I told you, there are 3.5 million in the last year, but from India we have 40,000. So we are almost 1%, so we don't have much tourists coming from India, but it's a big number from Asia. It's the second after China. So it's a big number from Asia. We are trying to push more airlines to fly to Israel from India, and then we will have more numbers, of course. I'm sure, because the potential is there. People asking to go to Israel. My main problem is visa. We don't have any problem, but airline we have some problem. But still, people manage to go to Israel. You have El Al and Turkish and many other options. People are also traveling to Israel via Amman with the Gulf carriers and crossing by road, so we don't have any problem with that. And we have Yes, there is one important question here. Is there flight option for internal travel to Eilat especially? Yes, we have flights going every day from Tel Aviv to Eilat. It's about 1 hour, 50 minutes. It's about between 45 minutes to 1 hour flight. We have two local airlines, Israel and Arkia, and they both fly from Tel Aviv to Eilat. Another question, there is any flight from Delhi to Tel Aviv? No, there is no direct flight from Delhi to Tel Aviv. I met all the CEOs of all the companies in India and also in Israel, and we are working. So I'm crossing fingers that we will have in the next coming year, a flight from Delhi also. We used to have with Air India in the past, but they withdrawn, and now we have only from Mumbai. But very good connection from Delhi is with Turkish. You fly to Istanbul and then connect to straight to Tel Aviv. Istanbul, Tel Aviv, we have 10 flights a day. So it's an easy connection and you can reach within 10 hours. Regarding the visa, I have lots of questions about the visa. Meanwhile, the official instruction is 10 group visa is 10 people and above, and you will get it in 10 working days. I'm working on having 5 people and 5 working days. I hope it will change in the next few months because I'm working on that very, very hard with the Interior Ministry and the Prime Minister Office. So I think we will have this soon. For 4 people, still you need to manage to do it via VFS, but you can add 1 or few, and you still can have. It's an easy. Actually, you don't have to go via for a group for 4 because it's an easy visa. It's not complicated. Israeli visa, they don't require much documents, so you still can do it via VFS. So meanwhile, we don't have any answer for 4 people, 4 people, but I hope soon we will have something like that. The visa, how long the visa is giving for? This is another question. So I can tell that the visa is giving per trip if you are traveling for the first time, but if you're traveling for second and third, then we can give you more than that. The visa itself for 3 months, it's valid for 3 months. The documents, I have here another question, what documents are required for visa? As I mentioned in the first and the slide on visas, you can visit the website of Israel Visa, and all the documents needed are there. We don't ask much, we ask like European, like Schengen visa, so even less. So not much documents need to submit. What are the options for budget travelers? Do you recommend staying in a kibbutz? Yes, there is one thing, kibbutz. Kibbutz, we didn't mention a kibbutz. Kibbutz, it's actually communion living in Israel. It's very interesting way of living. So yes, I recommend staying in a kibbutz, and to travel on a budget is recommended also to Israel. Many Europeans and Americans are doing that. I haven't seen Indians so far. Many Indians are doing that, but there is some Indians are doing that. Recently, we sent one journalist from Germany to do Israel to survive with 69 euros per day. And it was interesting how this guy managed to survive every day with just for 1 week only with 69. So also to travel on budget is available and can be done. 69. To travel. There is a question here if the visa is giving for Israel only or other countries also. No, Israeli visa is giving for Israel only. We don't give visa for other countries. We don't have this with the, like Schengen visa. Other countries also. No, Israeli don't give visa for somebody here asking what is Shabbat. So as I mentioned in the slide, again I will say Shabbat is the holy day of the Jews where they go to rest, which is from Friday sunset to Saturday. There's another question that we answered also on the slide. Is car rental available? Of course, it's available all over from the airport to the big cities, and you can pick it up from the airport and you can drop it in the airport back or in any other cities. We have all the international brands. International driving license is needed. Indian license is needed if it's written in English. And if it's written in English, then it's okay. You don't require one international. But it's better to have it always because some rental companies, they have some restrictions. It's always good to have it if it's not in English and not clear. Good to have it. if it's not here. Regarding the food and restaurants, so I want to tell you that recently we sent chefs from India to conduct seminars for chefs in Israel, and about 200 attended the workshops, and they were learning how to cook Indian food. So once they have groups coming from India, they know what to cook for them. So you need to ask the chefs and to ask the hotels to prepare that for them. Restaurants are also available in Jerusalem and Tel Aviv. In other parts, you will find less. So if you have a group, it's recommended to have in Jerusalem and in Tel Aviv. Some of them even give takeaway, you know, and they can deliver to the place where you are. But still, from our experience, many Indians like the local food. So don't give up on that. One question is about transportation by train. So it's very convenient to travel by train. Not all the cities are connected in Israel by train, but majority and the main ones are connected. So to travel by train, it's an experience, and you will see different view, of course. So it's recommended to travel also by train, mainly on the shores. So from the north, from Akko, Haifa, to Tel Aviv, and also to Jerusalem. They are connected. Eilat is not connected by train, so it's by road or by air. Walking tours, if they are available. Walking tours, of course, they are available and you can find them everywhere. You just need to ask, to search the web or to ask your local DMC, and he will answer every query that you have. How far from Tel Aviv is the Red Canyon and the National Park? The National Park, you mean the Red Canyon, is in Eilat. So it's the distance between Tel Aviv and Eilat. It's about 3-4 hours drive from Tel Aviv to the south. So again, about details for agents, some of you will ask about details for agents. If you can send me an email, I will send you the list of the agents that are working already with the Indian market. One question here, what we have is it safe for women? It's very safe for women. We just had a FAM of Maharashtra Association Travel Agent, and some of them, they sent a newsletter to all their agents where they say that it's very safe for women. Women can walk on the streets of Tel Aviv and the streets of other cities in Israel midnight without any problem. It's very safe for women, even if they are alone. Groups of women are going to Israel, and I heard about few others are planning in the near future, so it's very safe for women. And it's very open, and like Western countries, you can say it's like Europe and the States when it comes to those things. To mail the presentation, we will mail the presentation to everybody. So no worry about the presentation. If you missed something, you will have the presentation, you can look at it, and we will upload also the whole session so you can hear it again if you like. The train ticket cost, you can go to the website of the railways in Israel, and you can check. It's also available in English, and you can check the price. All the prices are there from which city to which city. About Israel Specialist Program. We had Israel Specialist Program last year. We will do one also this year, so we will announce that once it happens. Yeah, we are always regarding fam trips. So we always organize fam trips. It's not happening every month, but we organize through the year fam trips. So please be in touch with us and send us your contacts, and we would like to meet, and we would like to consider that. Yes, there is one question about, is there any place where the female have to cover their heads? Yes, when they go to the holy places, yes, but only inside the holy places. For example, if you go to the Church of Holy Sepulchre, if you go to Dome of the Rock, all those places. So inside you need to cover only the hair and to have long sleeves. Other than that, outside the city or outside the place, it's open. It's not like maybe Saudi or those countries where they ask you to cover all the time. No, in Israel you cover only if you are inside the place, and even if you don't have, sometimes also they give you something to cover if you are not coming with long sleeve shirts, etc. One question, if you want to send, do we have to send you an email to Israel or Gael for the agents list who sell Israel? Yes, whatever you want, even if you still have questions through the year after this session, whatever you want about everything, about anything, just send to this or phone us and we will answer you. There is one question. If I want to take group of farmers to learn to technique of drop irrigation system, which DMC can cater to the same? We would recommend you DMCs that they are special, that drip irrigation or in general agro technologies are their specialty. We will put you in touch with some people. I need to mention again that we have the Agritech exhibition every 3 years, so many people go to this exhibition once in 3 years. But also through the years, some agents have those programs where you can go and learn from the technologies, etc. We will put you in touch. Just send us an email and query regarding that, and we will put you in touch with the people. Just Does Israel participate in travel and tourism trade fairs? Yeah, we participated this year in SATE, OTM, IITT. So we are participating in many travel and tourism trade fairs, and we will do that also in the future. We are planning regarding roadshows. So we are planning roadshows in August. We will inform you about that, and we will spread the word about those roadshows. We will have few DMCs also coming from Israel in August because it's a low season for you, at least end of July, beginning of August. So we'll try to do it in Mumbai, Delhi, Bangalore, and maybe few other cities. Please send us and tell us where there is demand, and we will be in touch with you, and we will try to do it. In Ahmedabad, I see people here are saying, so we will try also to go to Ahmedabad with the roadshows. In Calcutta, huge demand. Also, we will come to Calcutta. I know we missed some in Calcutta, but we will be there also shortly. Thank you for everybody. Thank you for recommending all those things, and thank you for participating. If you still have any question, I'm still here to answer those questions. I see here Ria, they're going with 36 passenger 11 May. They'll reach the Holy Land from Chennai. Thank you, and if you need our help, be in touch. Thank you so much. One question here is there any entry fees for tourist places? Depends where. National parks, etc. of course. Holy places, no charge. So if you want to go to the old city and see the Western Wall, the Dome of the Rock, churches, no fees. But if you want to go to some national parks, there are fees and they vary. So you need to check with your DMC or with us, and we can tell you exactly how much it costs. They have also their websites in English, so you can check yourself also. Regarding fam trips, we will organize soon fam trip, and so just be in touch with us. If we have only one office in Mumbai, yes. So far we have only one office in Mumbai and we cover the whole country. One question here, can you elaborate for transports within each city? So in each city you can go, you have taxis, you have local buses, very good, and you have in Jerusalem you have the light train, so you can go with the light train. In Tel Aviv they are working now on the subway, so the subway will come in the next year in Tel Aviv. But buses is a very good option, and taxis. If I can say that in Israel we have the public buses are very good, all AC buses, all good, very good buses, and very well connected. So in each city the best public transportation will be buses, but taxis also are all over, and we have all those Uber, Get Taxi, all those things are also available in Israel. If you are giving any certificate for participating in the webinar, yes, but you need to be 30 minutes at least logged in. Yes, now you have hop in, hop off. When you say about transportation in each city, now even you can buy in Israel a train ticket and go after that with the same ticket to a bus and then to continue. So now they have also hop in, hop off tickets and daily tickets and weekly tickets. So you have many options. So it's available also. You can, for specific, somebody is asking about, Imran Khan is asking about any specific person to whom we can coordinate for more info. You can always coordinate with us and coordinate with me, infoindia.org.co, infoindia, sorry, at goisrael.org.il. If the certificate will go through mail or courier, it will go through mail. Another question, do you have homestay concept or accommodation on bed breakfast concept? Yes, we have this, and also you have Airbnb, and you have all options in Israel. Yes, you do have those options, homestay concept. You can search on the web, you can find it. If you don't find it, tell me and write to us and we will tell you exactly how to find it. Again, asking about certificate, if it will be issued. Yes, certificates will be issued and will be mailed. If the currency, another question is, can the currency be easily available here in India? The shekels, about the currencies in Israel, you don't have shekels in India, but when you travel, you can travel with dollars and euros or with your visa, and you can change there. You have change in the airports, you have change in the hotels, near to the hotels. You can travel with euros, dollars, Swiss francs, any other European. They have currencies you can also you can convert in Israel. So in terms of changing money, it's not a problem at all. If you're traveling, of course, with the dollars, euros, etc. With the rupees, you need to change. Yes, our direct number is 022-613-70700. Yes, it's our office in Mumbai, and you can call us anytime. Very good question here about what about mobile SIM in Israel? Can I travel, buy and use it, and is it economical? Yes, the best option is to buy a local SIM card. You can buy it already in the airport. Once you land, there is a few shops there in the airport. You can try and you can ask them which package, etc. And you can buy it. It's more economical, and they can give you all the packages. In Israel, they don't require documents, etc. for buying SIM cards. So you can just buy a SIM card and that's it. It will take you 2 minutes to buy it, decide on the package, decide on the price, and buy it. You can find it also in the cities if you don't buy it in the airport. So it's always available in the phone shops. Another question, water sports section was not covered. Are these available in Dead Sea or other places? Dead Sea, it's not recommended to do, of course, water sports because it's very salty. So you don't usually put your head under the water there in this sea. It's very, very salty. It's available in many places. It's available in Haifa, available in Eilat, available in the Sea of Galilee, in Tel Aviv. People there do windsurfing, surfing, kite. They are doing all kind of sport activities, you just name it, and you can find it especially in Tel Aviv and Eilat and also in Haifa. So all sport activities are available, and many Israelis are doing that also for as hobbies and as fun. One also important question here is how I'm going to know whether my agent had done the group visa or not. You can actually, you need to ask him. You need to get the paper. He need to send you the paper, and then you will get to know if he had done it or not. He need to scan it and to send it to you, and then you travel with the scanned paper to Israel. Once you land, you will see. And if you have any doubt, you always can ask us. We are in direct contact and touch with the Interior Ministry, so we know exactly if the visa was done or not. Again, about the supplier details, if you send us an email about to our mail infoindia@goisrael.org.il, we will send you the list of the local agent that are already working with Israel, with India, sorry. Yeah, one here asking me if our nightlife is like Thailand or not. Our nightlife, it's a bit more sophisticated maybe than Thailand. And yes, there is nightlife, and you can find clubs there and bars and everything. So everything is available. Maybe not the way they do it, but it's different and it's very interesting from the local point of view. For Holy Land tours, which would be the best time around the year one need to plan any specific duration where the holy occasion falls. So in Israel, the holidays are now actually from this weekend. In April, we have the Passover. So in April, 2 weeks in April, it's not recommended to go to Israel because the prices will be high. It's always the last 2 weeks of April, and then again 2 last weeks of September and the first week of October. After that, it's low season in Israel, and then it's recommended to plan them. So usually people plan them in May, June, July, or you can plan them in October, November, December. Then it's low season and the prices are low, and the recommended 7-8 days. If you want to cover everything and if you want the people to see everything and to enjoy it, 7-8 days, it's recommended for that. Again, about the Indian food, asking, as I said, we have few Indian restaurants in Jerusalem and in Tel Aviv and in some other cities. It's available. We have this chef's workshop, so you can ask the hotels. You can always also bring your chef with you if you want. And Indian food is available. It's not a big concern when it comes to Israel because Israeli food is very much vegetarian also. Vegetarian food is available. It's not like what I heard from other countries that they have only meat and cheese and people cannot eat. Still, people in Israel consume lots of veg, so you can find local food also very interesting to Indian groups. But still, you can find, if you are concerned is only Indian food, you still can find and have Indian food in Israel. Again, somebody asking where we can get SIM cards in Israel. You can get SIM cards in the airport itself. Once you land, there are some shops there, and you can have it in many other shops in the cities and near the hotels. You always can ask the concierge where is the nearest shop. The group visa, how many days? How many days a group visa? The group visa you will get, it's for the group itself. So if the group is traveling for 5 days or for 10 days, so you will get the visa for 5 or 10 days. You will not get more than that because it's a group. If you want to travel more than that and you want to stay, then you need to ask for an individual visa. But still, if you have a group that is going to stay more, so you can always ask the DMC how to go about this. There is an option to go if some of the people in the group want to stay more. Somebody is asking about what about the Israeli mangoes? As you know, in Israel, mangoes are available and we have lots of mangoes like in India. Yeah, so about the package and the expense of the package, the cost of the package to Israel. We can say that Israel is between West Europe and East Europe. So we are, in terms of prices, we are like more like East Europe or in the middle. So we are not that expensive and we're not that cheap like maybe packages to Thailand or to Dubai. So we're in the middle. In about 90 or 1 lakh, you can 1,20,000 you can do a trip of 7-8 days in 4 stars hotel, and you can enjoy Israel. Minimum currency, any minimum currency is required to carry by a traveler. There's no minimum, it's up to you what you want to spend, things like that. So if you have all the hotels, you still can manage. If you want, you can eat the local food. For example, you can find falafel for 10 shekels or even less. And it depends on your budget. So travel on budget is available, and it's up to you how you want to, to indulge. It's really up to the person. So it's varied from person to person. You still can manage with $100 a day, and it will be very good, or even less than that. Yes, if my name again, I'm saying it's Hassan Madah. If there is any India-Israel culture is happening, I can tell you that Zubin Mehta, who lives in Israel and conducting the Israeli Philharmonic, will be now in Mumbai in the next week in Mumbai, and he will be playing few concerts here in the city. Also, another question here, also kindly let us know about the credit card usage in Israel. The credit card in Israel, actually Israelis use only a credit card. Nowadays they don't work with cash, I think, or less than the past. So credit card used everywhere, small shops, big shops, it's all over the country. If crews are available in Israel, in which category? You have all kind of cruises in all categories. People can come, MSC coming to Ashdod and to Haifa port, and also to Eilat. So it depends on the ship. Cruises are there and they are available. Also private cruising in small ships, also around from Tel Aviv, from Eilat, it's also available. So it can be from high end and from people on budget. If the travel insurance is mandatory for travel, it's mandatory for travel if you having an FIT visa from the consulates via VFS. For a group visa, I don't think so. What about medical tourism in Israel? Is it economical? It's very economical. It's very economical, and you can see big movement from Russia coming to Israel and from other countries. So medical tourism, it's very economical, I can say. It's one of the niche tourism that people I know that make lots of money on that. And it's happening because in Israel you have special treatments that you can't find in other countries. While cruising on arrival visa can possible. Yes, for cruising, yes. On arrival, people will from the Interior Ministry will go and will be on the ship, and they will give on arrival visa. Local guides, also you have the Local Guides Association where you can search local guides. I can send you the link. Send me email and I can send you the link to their website where you can search any local guide. The webinar also will be shut in 5 minutes. For Indian citizens, visa is on arrival or we need to apply. As I told you in the visa slide, Indians need visa and there is no visa on arrival for Indians. But if you are coming on a cruise, of course, it will be on arrival. This is the only thing that you will, the only option that you have it on arrival. All the charges and everything you can find in the presentation and we will send it to you. One question is about the Hindi-speaking local guide in Israel. You have Hindi-speaking guides in Israel, and I can send you the list of the Hindi-speaking guides. Just send me an email regarding that. Which currency are accepted in Israel? As I said, dollars, euros, Swiss francs, and some others. How can Indians book a cruise? It should be a Mediterranean cruise, so you should start from any cruise that is starting from one of the options, one of the ports around the Mediterranean, and from there you can reach Israel. About the weather, a question again about the weather. In May to October, April, May, June is spring. The temperature is in the 20s. It's very good. July, August, bit warm, on the maybe 30s can reach. Of course, Jerusalem more cold, more chilled. Tel Aviv more hot, more warm. Then again, September, October, the weather it's less hot and less warm in those places. If there is any village tourism where the local people directly connect for cultural immersion. Yeah, there are some villages like Ein Hod, there is an art village, and there are many other villages. We can give you a list. You tell us what exactly you are looking for, and all those options are available also. To name some restaurants. So in restaurants you have in Tel Aviv, tandoori restaurants, you have it, and it's a chain actually of few restaurants, so you can find them in Tel Aviv and around in other cities. Shopping, as I said about shopping, I had a slide about shopping. Shopping you can have everywhere, from top brands to local brands to local markets. So you can find from Gucci's and Armani's and everything to the local crafts and everything, so you can do shopping all over. If there are any Indian pure vegetarian restaurants, yes, the tandoori, they can also offer you vegetarian restaurants. Okay, since we don't have more questions, thank you so much. And if you still have any question, you can contact us.
A big thank you to all of you and to the team at Israel Tourism. We appreciate the fact that you've taken time off from your busy schedules. I'm sure the webinar and the question answer round have been informative, and it will help you in enhancing your business interests. Thank you.